Hi, welcome to Crystal's Creative Corner. Today we're going to make one of these. First we're going to start off with this awesome bottle. Okay, it looks very funky, and the next time I will make the flower to put in it. It's kind of nice, right? So what you need is one of these bottles. Now usually if you were like Burrito Boys or something, you can get them their Dorito bottles, or you could just use a jar. It's up to you. And you'll need some Modge Podge and squares of tissue paper cut into squares. Ones that I have are purple and blue. You can use whatever color that you would like. And yeah, so that's about it. Oh, and paintbrush, obviously. So what you're going to do, take your Modge Podge, just do a little bit amount on it, and start painting your bottle or jar. Now you could use these for putting pencils in. If you have a jar, you use pencil crayons, pencil markers. Just kind of looks kind of cool. So you got kind of like a section like that, right? And then take tissue paper like this. I'm just gonna dump some out so it's easier to grab instead of going into the jars. What you do is you get your jar, and then you put them on, right? So we got the underneath. You could put them any pattern you like. Alternate the colors. Like so. Overlapping if you like. And once you have all of them stuck to your section, then what you gotta do is make sure you put another layer of the Modge Podge on top. The Modge Podge, if you don't have Modge Podge, you could use school glue, like regular white school glue, and use that. But the Modge Podge works really well too. It basically seals it into place. Don't worry if you get little bumps and wrinkles and stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. And yeah, then you just continue on through your bottle. So see how that's all covered? Now you just paint it on in the next section. And layer in. This looks kind of weird with it. Okay, this is in here. And then you just layer it on. Like so. Use any kind of tissue paper you like. If you even have the glass jars for them, like say like an old pickle jar or a mason jar, the ones that they have for homemade jam and stuff. You use those if you like, and instead of having, you could put candles inside of them, have it for like a candle holder, a little tea light in there. And yeah, once you're done, it looks pretty cool, and it's super easy to make. The Modge Podge will take a little while to dry. I didn't time it exactly. I kind of just put it aside and said, you know what, cool, it's dry. So, but it takes a little bit to make sure that it's completely dry, because you don't want to have sticky fingers. Nobody likes that. And if you wanted to like to really jazz it up, you could add some glitter glue to it, or sparkles, or buttons, or get some markers afterwards, and it's pretty neat. I don't know. It's a very not a difficult craft, but it's very sticky. Very sticky. Though, if you don't want to make a flower to put in it, You could always get those ones from the dollar store. Just like a single flower, and put those inside of it. Or, let me see what kind of coin would fit in there. Maybe a dime or a nickel, and put it as like a piggy bank. Probably a dime. I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible. But yeah, you see how that is? And if you miss any spots, you can kind of just go and make sure you put another square. Because when you put the paint, the Modge Podge on it, it's going to move. And you don't want them to. I guess that means you just add a little less pressure to it. So, see how the one side's kind of done, and then on the inside, oh, cool. Look at that kind of effect. That's kind of cool, too. If you're doing like a jar, and then had like a candle inside of it, so that way you would have it just along the background. But for this one, we're putting it all the way around. I really enjoy making crafts and having hands-on activities because it gives you something to do, and when you're done, you have a really cool piece of artwork as well. And you could be like, look, I made that. And Father's Day's coming up, so you could always make him something. Or your grandpa, or your uncle, or whoever you would think would be considered dad. Or if it's just, you know, what single family, then your mom is the dad, right? They do the job of both. So that's a pretty cool. See how it is? I kind of have them like leafed out. So all I'm going to do is take the Modge Podge and kind of tack it down with the Modge Podge. I'm probably using way too much Modge Podge, but better too much than too little. And you can get the Modge Podge at the dollar store or at Staples, Michael's, or like I said, just use regular school glue, Elmer school glue, or whichever brand you like. And yeah, it's pretty neat. See, I'm getting like around the neck here because I'm doing the entire bottle. It looks a little bit better that way. Alright, now we're just going to stick them. Tissue paper is super easy to do too. All you gotta take is about 2 sheets of tissue paper and fold them and fold them and fold them until they're in small enough squares that you can cut them and make sure that they're not rectangles and cut them into squares. Or, you know, you can cut them in any shape you like, really, but I prefer squares for these ones just because it makes it a little easier. And alternate the pattern, you can put whatever pattern you like on them, really. Diamonds or triangles or circles, or, you know, you got the idea, you know what a shape is. Alright, I'm going to hurry up because I don't want to take so long. Think of Alright, I'm just going to tack on these last little bits and then I will show you the finished product again, just so you know. You could even, if you really wanted to, you know, they have like weights for balloons and stuff. You could just take one of these, fill it with sand or rice or something like that, and get the balloons, helium balloons with the stick, and then put the stick in there, and boom, there you go. And then you got yourself a fancy holder for helium balloons and like a weight. pretty cool. Almost done. Yay, yay, yay. This is going to look fantastic. And that's the nice thing about putting the Modge Podge on afterwards, is you never really know how it's going to look until it's done, because the Modge Podge goes on white but dries clear. Alright, my fingers are getting sticky. Making sure I'm covering all of the parts that aren't tacked down. Almost missed a spot. Just about done. Right. There you go. So see, it's kind of sticky. Maybe a few holes in it, but that's okay. It gives it character. I don't want to touch it too much more, because every time I touch it, it peels off. It already stuck on pieces. Alright. I think I am fully satisfied with how this is looking. Just cover up any holes if I would really want to be particular. There. And there you go. There is the bottle covered in Modge Podge. I'm going to set that to dry, and when it's done, it should look something like this. And there's flour, sunflower, and you just roll up a piece of construction paper. I'll tell you about it later. But anyways, that's small enough just to fit in there, and then there you go, and a nice little candle holder. Well, thanks for spending time with me at Crystal's Creative Corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll make some more videos. Alright, thanks so much.